Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today on the BBC News, it's a wonderful day for Trump. Because Trump-Russia inquiry. President did not conspire with Russia. It's official, folks. It's been proven without a doubt that the whole Russian collusion theory was a crazy conspiracy. The Democrats were proven wrong. The mainstream media was proven wrong. And now the truth is out there. And they're coping so hard. The mainstream media is devastated. They've lost all credibility. President Trump's campaign did not conspire with Russia during the 2016 election, according to a summary of special counsel Robert Mueller's report submitted to Congress on Sunday.
Oh, it's so shocking. I am so shocked. Ho, 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 ho.
The report summary did not draw a conclusion as to whether Trump illegally obstructed justice, not exonerating the president. They're trying so hard. So many mental gymnastics here, trying to condemn Trump in any way possible. But let's just do a little exercise in logic here. If Trump did not collude with Russia, why would he obstruct justice? Why would he have a reason to obstruct justice? The whole obstruction of justice conspiracy was proven to be false. In other words, Trump never had a reason to obstruct justice because he never colluded with Russia. That's been proven. And yet the media cannot let it go. They're just going to keep digging this hole and making everyone hate them more and more. President Trump tweeted in response, "No collusion, no obstruction." Mr. Trump, who has repeatedly described the inquiry as a witch hunt,
Because it is.
said on Sunday that it was a shame the country had to go through this, describing the inquiry as an illegal takedown that failed. The report is accumulation of 2 years of investigation by Mr. Mueller, who saw some of the president's closest former aides prosecuted and in some cases imprisoned. Yeah, all for petty crimes, most of which almost everyone in Washington is guilty of, and had nothing to do with Russia. While this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him, Mr. Mueller wrote in a report. He's full of crap. Mueller knows for a fact, he wasted millions of dollars in taxpayer money doing this useless report, this useless investigation, and prosecuting, generally speaking, fairly innocent people, especially trying to come after Trump. What is in the report summary? The summary letter by Mr. Barr outlines the inquiry's finding related to Russian efforts to influence the 2016 presidential election. Yeah, most of that is fake news. Russia meddles in literally every election, but, their meddling is limited to propaganda. That is what Russia does. It's what Russia has always done, and is honestly not that big a deal. I don't think Russia is anywhere near the level of propaganda and power that the Soviet Union was, because the Soviet Union pretty much did their job for them. Mr. Barr concluded, "The special counsel did not find that any U.S. person or Trump campaign official conspired or knowingly coordinated with Russia." The second part of the letter addresses the issue of obstruction of justice. Mr. Barr's summary says the special counsel report ultimately determined not to make a traditional prosecutorial judgment. The special counsel did not draw a conclusion, one way or the other, as to whether the examined conduct constituted obstruction, the letter read.
Reaching.
They are seriously reaching hard, scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to do whatever they can to attack Trump. When will they learn, folks? When will they learn? Mr. Barr says the evidence was not sufficient to establish that the president committed an obstruction of justice offense. In other words, smack my ass, they have nothing. Absolutely nothing. Mr. Barr ends his letter to Congress by saying he will release more from the full report, but some of the material is subject to restrictions. Given these restrictions, the schedule for processing the report depends in part on how quickly the department can identify the grand jury material by law that cannot be made public, he wrote. I have requested the assistance of the special counsel in identifying all the information contained in the report as quickly as possible. As for the rest of this bogus article, it's pretty much just trying to make excuses and talk about obstruction because, like I said, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, trying to reaching so hard, trying to prove that Trump did something wrong when he did not. He's an innocent man. You were wrong. You pushed a conspiracy theory. And speaking of conspiracy theories, there was a really good post on our favorite board, 4chan, that I want to show you guys. Our hero 4chan has a message for all of us. I don't know if you've noticed, but this is their latest play. 1. Label everything they don't like. anything to the right of Mao as conspiracy theory. 2. Crack down on conspiracy theory content. Censorship. They had to change gears because calling everyone a racist, bigoted Nazi wasn't working anymore. The term fake news was originally supposed to fill this role, but it turned against the MSM beautifully. Now we have to do the same with conspiracy theory. Every leftist must be labeled as a conspiracy theorist. White privilege? Conspiracy theory. Patriarchy? Conspiracy theory. Russian collusion/bots? Conspiracy theory. Etc., etc. From now on, everything the left says is a conspiracy theory. Make it so. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders describes the findings of the report as a total and complete exoneration of the president. Mr. Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, said the report was better than expected. Republican Senator Mitt Romney welcomed the good news, tweeting that it was now time for the country to move forward. A good day for Trump. In his 4-page letter to Congress, Attorney General William Barr summarizes, mostly in his own words, the conclusion of the special counsel's investigation. In one key line, however, he directly quotes the report. The investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. There, in Robert Mueller's own words, is the end result of nearly 2 years of work, 2,800 subpoenas, hundreds of search warrants, and countless hours of interviews.
And a waste of taxpayer money.
There were multiple offers of help from Russian-affiliated individuals to the Trump campaign, but they never took the bait. There was, as Donald Trump might say, no collusion. At least no evidence of it was unearthed. The obstruction of justice component is a murkier matter. The decision of whether to charge Mr. Trump with interference with the various investigation wasn't Mr. Mueller's, saying it involved difficult issues. The former FBI director punted. Yeah, I think at this point the media has no credibility, so no one believes you. You're morons. No one is listening to your fake news. Instead, Mr. Barr, in consultation with the Department of Justice staff, decided not to prosecute, in part because there was no apparent underlying crime to obstruct. Innocent. Absolutely innocent. Completely and absolutely innocent. You can't see it, but I'm actually dabbing. That's how bad the cancer is. It's infected me as well. Make no mistake, today was a very good day for Mr. Trump. While a bevy of inquiries into his presidency will grind on, the shadow of Mr. Mueller's investigation, hovering over the White House since May 2017, has been lifted.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-wee!
Democrats in the mainstream media have been absolutely destroyed. Like, it's not even funny anymore. It's like the aftermath of Hiroshima. Nothing but nuclear radiation and dust. And here's a list of all the people that Mueller came after. All of these people were sentenced, were charged. Essentially, it was a witch hunt. I honestly don't think these people are nearly as guilty as they're acting like they were. And Roger Stone is completely innocent. He's literally being punished for no reason. That's what this is, a witch hunt, an exercise of the deep state to punish their political opponent. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But we're not going to leave off on a negative note. After all, it was a good day for Trump. Check it out. Based on economic models, President Trump is actually set to win 2020 in a landslide. Yes, you heard that correctly. You probably know this by now, but especially due to this, especially due to Trump being vindicated, being proved innocent, and the whole Russian conspiracy theory being proven a hoax, Trump is likely going to win in a landslide. So be sure to get out there and vote when the time comes. Things are looking up, but that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. If you like this content, be sure to let me know what you think. Do you think that Trump is going to be further harassed? Do you think the mainstream media is going to admit and apologize for all of its lies, for all of its conspiracy theories? Do you think the Democrats will get the punishment they deserve? Maybe you disagree. Either way, let me know what you think. If you would like to contribute to the channel, you can do so on Patreon, Subscribestar, or through PayPal. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.